Hi, Moist, TEMPHUiBIS here, and right now, yeah, it's 10:30, so it's still technically February for me, but I bet by the time this video uploads, it would actually be March. So technically it's still February. So here's the Q&A, guys. Quick first thing I want to do here is a quick shout out to Zonic. Happy birthday. And everyone knows that Zonic here is the singer, yeah, on our Sky Chase Zone cover, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 song. You know, we got to work on some more because I think it was a wicked experience. So yeah, we'll work on some more when we get to it. Now, the first question is from Martino007. Hi, how are you? If you're moving spray thing. If you are moving to Japan at some point, would you live there permanently or like 3 to 5 years? Definitely permanently. If I was actually living in a place and I'm enjoying it, I wouldn't want to come home after 3 to 5 years. I'd want to live there permanently. If I'm not really enjoying it, I can't see myself even staying there for 3 years. So, but it'll definitely be a permanent thing if I ever get to move there. Second, if you had your choice of a video game to become a theme park ride or some kind of interactive attraction, what would it be? It could be any theme you can imagine. It'd be Tekken. I can imagine in Tekken there'd be we could have a little bit of buildings and everything that would look like the Michelin building and all those sort of things, and some of the areas in like the Tekken story mode in Tekken 6, you know, I can imagine some of those places, and you can sort of mix it around with a theme aspect. One of the rides could easily be going around like the arena that you see in Tekken Tag Tournament, and you could be watching proper actual 3D puppets or actors, you know, if you can really get a big guy and wear a Jaguar mask that you can see through, and you know, I don't know, there's so much possibilities you could do, you know, see King and Marduk, and you know, it'd be just wicked. And JSJ07 asks, what do you think about HMV shutting down? Do you have any memories of it, and do you think music could ever return to a physical format? To be totally honest, I don't, you know. I know that when I want to do like a next album or something, I know that I would like that album to be physical format. A lot of subscribers have always asked for my album in physical format, but it's looking like, is there any point making it a physical format? You know, a lot of people just like downloads these days, you know. And about HMV shutting down, it's not a surprise. It isn't a surprise. When you've got all these things like Netflix and everything and all that, now people do download, you know, illegally. They do download music, but then you've got people who actually pay for downloads as well, like iTunes, like Rhapsody, and Amazon MP3. You know what? I've even started going to Amazon MP3. I actually buy the MP3s now because I usually like to listen to them in the car. You know, all I gotta do is just put them on the play stick, and also put it on now that I've got my smartphone, play music on there as well. So even I'm buying MP3s, and that's a shock because I never used to like buy MP3s. I always bought physical copies, but now I buy MP3s. So it's all not surprising. Everything always changes. Sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's for the worse, but everything changes, you know. Second, can you see another website coming along and competing with YouTube in the near future? That is a tough question. The reason why that's a tough question is, you know, if you had asked me this question like 5 years ago, I would have said to you, no, YouTube will be here forever. Because I said the same thing about MySpace. I thought MySpace was going to be a site that everyone was going to proper use and bang out and proper love it. MySpace would be something that would go on forever. Who'd ever thought that MySpace is just something no one cares about anymore? Who'd ever thought that Facebook would take over MySpace the way it has? Facebook has smashed MySpace, you know. Then I always got to think about the point that before MySpace there was FacePic. So the truth is, you're never too sure. Something could take over YouTube. Lately, I've been getting a few messages from my subscribers on how they're getting pissed off with all changes that YouTube does, and they're getting tired of it. I know that I always see this before. I always see this sometimes, but you're always going to get there where someone is just going to say, you know what, I'm going to do it the right way, and I'm going to fix this, and they'll do it the way how they would want it, and how YouTube don't have it. You know what I mean? So you know what, I'm going to say another website could come along. I'm going to say yes. StockyDoccy asks, when do you plan on getting your own flat, and are you on a housing list? I used to be on the housing list, yeah, but I decided to come off it. The reason why is because I decided not to. I mean, with the housing list, like the ones we have around here, or the one that I was on, is more of the sense of renting a house, and it's usually for when a person like has pure nowhere to live, and like, or he's living in a place that's abusive or completely, you know, dangerous, like as in their parents want to kill him or blah 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 or something. They got complete big problems, this and that and everything and all that, you know. I've got absolutely no problems here, you know. I've got nothing wrong here. The only problem is just space in this room. It's like I've got 3 rooms in this one room, you know, because if I was living in a flat, yeah, there's some things in here that would be in the living room, there's some things in here that would be in the bedroom, there's some things in here that would be in the studio. So it is a bit of a, so that's the only thing. But my parents are supporting everything that I'm doing, everything what I'm trying to do, you know, and they are not pushing me at all, because they are you know, because they like me to succeed as much as I do, you know, and I really appreciate everything that my parents are doing for me. So I've decided not to go on a housing list. I want to really try and earn a flat the proper way, and really try and get this, and do this by myself, really try and get this, you know what I mean? And second, what are your favourite garment brands? Nike, Adidas, Fubu, and Goosey, etc., etc. Now, you know what? There's a little tough one, right? Yeah, because I'd like to say that my favourite is UFC, because I really do like the UFC clothes, right? But then it's not. But then I don't know if UFC's joined up with a company to it. I mean, you never know. It could be Nike. I mean, there's not really much. Well, I mean, with every UFC shirt and jumper that I have, you only see UFC on it, nothing else. You don't really see any other ticks like it could, like UFC could have joined up with Adidas or whatever, but I definitely like UFC's clothes, you know. I remember when I was first willing to buy a UFC t-shirt, it was like I was wondering, I might only just need one shirt, and I was thinking one t-shirt with just a UFC across the middle would be cool enough. But look, it's more. Look at that. It's more than just UFC cross here. Look at the lovely design of the cage. Sorry, the screen went blank there. Yeah, the design of the cage and all this other lovely artistic approach and all that. And this is proper. This is proper the t-shirt like painted on. It's not like no sticker or anything, man. This is absolutely terrific. You know, so much other fantastic UFC stuff. Look at this. I don't know why does it look pink on the camera for, but this is a red. This is a red hoodie. Just look at that. Got a lovely UFC logo print on them. The zip. Lovely print of an octagon, and that on the button as well. You know what I mean? And I've just got so many. They've just got really good, fantastic designs, and so I was only planning to buy one t-shirt first, and it ended up being me buying almost the whole store. I've got loads of t-shirts and stuff there. I think it's about time I do a video, where I show my collection. I know people have seen it on Facebook already, but not everyone is on Facebook, are they? So yeah, man, UFC is definitely the best brand right now for me. bboyagenttekken, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do I see myself when I'm 38, moving on to 39? Wow. I don't know. I could either see myself living maybe in a family with a wife, children, living as a professional musician and animator. Hopefully my character's an MMA icon, and that's how I provide for my family. Or in 10 years I could be dead. I don't know. That's a tough one. You know. Second, have you ever watched or heard of Jersey Shore before? Yeah, I saw Jersey Shore and I saw Geordie Shore. I don't understand it. What's it about? I usually like reality TV shows and everything, but this one I don't understand. What do you want, you big gee? My cat's meowing at me. I'll feed you a treat in a minute, you big gee. Okay, yeah, I don't understand what that show is about at all. Seriously. It just confuses the hell out of me, right? Yeah, and when South Park done an episode where they took the piss out of it, yeah, I understand how they're taking a piss out of it, because it just seems like what in the world is the show about anyway? It is a Jersey thing. Andy14324 asks, "Hi Temph, how are you? So, where in the world have you been so far? If not, where have you always wanted to go? Why?" I've only been to St. Lucia and Hungary and France. Now, other islands that I've been to are only for a few seconds because of the situation of moving. Like, you know, when you go to St. Lucia, you have to get off at Barbados first and then go onto another plane to get to St. Lucia. So there's only been those situations, like gone to Barbados and Antigua. But places that I actually visited is St. Lucia, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and Hungary, and France. That's it. That's it. Where would I love to go? Love to go to Japan. Might even love China as well. Possibly Korea. I have one reason why I would like to go to India, and that is to meet Baba, the cosmic barber. Anyone who goes to India and does not visit Baba, the cosmic barber, go kill yourself. Just go kill yourself. You obviously don't know what life is about. Second, Did you watch the PS4 announcement thingy earlier this week? If so, what do you think of it? Like all the new features, new controller, hardware and all that? The Pac-Man Classic. Okay, look, there will be a video on that, yeah? There will be a video on that. But I think you're probably going to get the drift. The Pac-Man Classic asks, I was watching WWE Raw this week and there was a commercial for the new show Robot Combat League, which is on Sci-Fi, hosted by WWE superstar Chris Jericho. So I was wondering if you're aware of this show, as it seems right down your alleyway. It debuted on February 26th, and I actually missed the debut, but my friend linked me to the episode last night and I watched it, and yes, it sure is down my alleyway. I definitely loved it. I definitely thought it was fantastic. There's a few aspects of the show that I didn't really like, in the sense that the people don't even get to pick their robots and stuff like that. It's like, if I went to go on the show like that, man, I'd like to come with my own design of a robot and everything like that. I even have a robot in my head. Yeah, I even got his name done and everything and all that. I even one time tried to make him on 3ds Max, but I couldn't do it. And it was like, man, what? You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a brilliant show. The fighting may not be as fantastic as Real Steel, but of course this is real life. You know, it isn't a film. You know, and these were actually moving properly. You know, as in they were moving fair. So at least it was good. At least the first fight was absolutely great. It's very interesting. It's a good reality show, you know, and even though that they're not doing it like the way Real Steel was, like, yeah, I'd actually like to be a part of it. I'm even thinking about emailing the show. It'll mean a flight to America, so that is terrific. Okay, second. I was wondering if you could please pray, and if you're not religious, then can you wish my friend William Smithson's cousin Carlton and Uncle Phil, who have both been having trouble finding jobs since the recession hit. Many thanks. Why are you trying it for? You think I don't watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Okay, fair enough. I actually didn't watch the show and everything like, yeah, it wasn't a show that I was into that much, yeah, but I definitely actually still know this. Why are you trying it for? Seriously. Trying to embarrass. What happened there? Okay. Alright. Oh boy. That was funny. The TheRyanHorizon asks, if you fell into a hole in the ground and somehow came out into a dark room with two doors which take you to two worlds. The first door is labelled year 3013. The world is extremely futuristic. The second door is labelled fantasy world. The fantasy world has dragons and magic so similar to Skyrim. You have to pick one of these worlds to enter, and you have to start a new life and make a name for yourself. Which world would you choose to live in and why? How would you make a name for yourself? Music and animation is not an option. Well, if music and animation is not an option, those are usually the things that I'm into. So then what else could I be? Okay, actually, I'll answer my own question. If this is in the future, 3013... Yeah, but yeah, that's the door I picked, by the way. Yeah, the year 3013, because I'm not into dragons and that type of magic and stuff. I'm only into dragons when they're Amphro dragons. All right. Yeah, so by the way, yeah, 3013. If you know, I've just watched. I've just told you, I've just watched the first Robot Combat League episode. Saw the way the fighting was on there. not like real steel, but damn good enough. If robot fighting is like this already, robot fighting's been going on for years, but the way they've been back then is like weird. But the way it is today, if it's like this now, what do you think it's gonna be like at 3013? I'd want to be a robot builder and make my robot perform fights and everything and all that. My robot would destroy every fucking other robot. Man, robot boxing, robot MMA, bring it on. That'd be motherfucking fantastic. So yeah, so that's how I would get my name known. TEMPHUiBIS and his fantastic robot smashing everything out there. That'd be wicked. And last question here, will you make a review on the Galaxy Note 2? No, I won't. The reason why is because this is my first ever smartphone, and you know, I don't even know half the things what's brilliant about this phone. Like, you know, my friend just came over and just showed me something that I didn't even know the phone could do, and it's like, wow, what else do I not know about this phone? You know, a lot of people are saying you don't even need this phone because there's millions of things it has that you probably won't even need. So due to those aspects, how do I know that this phone is better than the iPhone? How do I know that this phone is better than the Samsung Galaxy 3? How do I know what the best part about the phone is? You know what I'm saying? I've not used an iPhone. Okay, besides using my friends to phone my, you know, other things like besides like just, I mean, I've never had an iPhone. I've never had any other smartphone, so I'm not in the position to say what I am. Okay, I'm hoping I ain't missed any questions here. Actually, no. I think I've said. Yep, I've done everything. I've done everything here. Yeah. So thanks very much for the questions, guys, and nice try, the Pac-Man Classic for that funky great question bringing up Will Smith. But that's all I got to say, guys. Thanks very much for that. And yeah, the video I've got to do next, I've got to do it soon, yeah, is the PS4 video. I've got to give my thoughts on it, seriously. Okay, so thanks very much, guys. Yeah, I'll speak to you all later. Love who you are.